Good evening, race fans, and welcome to the feature portion of the Southern Shootout 75, presented by Milner Media and Design, Flex Motorsports, and 399 Esports. My name is Upstate Al, and I'm in the booth here tonight with my good friend, Roger Muth. And Roger, we are down here in sunny Florida for what is going to be one heck of a show with the dirt street stocks here this evening.
Yeah, we're down here tonight at the Volusia Speedway Park in Barberville, Florida, home to where a lot of motorsports start their seasons out. Well, tonight the season is already past the start of it. We've had prelims already run here earlier tonight, and now it is time to get ready for the big show here at the Volusia Speedway with a lot of money on the line now.
A lot of money on the line here, and we take a look at the 399 Esports keynotes coming to us here tonight from the Volusia Speedway. Stay away from that gator pond when you're walking out back later, Roger. But we got 3 heats of action coming at you with 15 laps in distance for the top 5 cars. Will lock themselves into the big dance. Everybody else will have to go to that last chance qualifier to where the top 5 will advance after a 20-lap run. That'll set up our 20-car feature where the winner is going to walk out of here with a pocket full of $500.
Yeah, $500, Al, that's more than I have in the old checkbook here tonight. A lot of these drivers are going to be able to take that, put it into their sim rigs. Also, second place here tonight, $150 cool dollars to them. Third place going to take home $100. Fourth is going to take $75, and fifth place will also walk away with $65. Sixth will go with $60. Seventh gets $55 here tonight, with 8 going with $50. 45 tonight, and a cool, calm $70 to round out that top 10 here at the feature tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one. Earlier on, you saw over on the OSR network the prelim races where, well, the racing there was exciting, and I got me hopped up there, and we saw it was JR, Mr. Ruggiero, picking up the prelim race win in prelim number 1. And then it was the number, well, I don't remember the number right now, but it was Mr. Roy picking up there, Felix Roy, in car number 91, picking up the win in prelim race number 2. So those are the 2 drivers coming in with a little bit of momentum on their side and a little bit of fine-tuning going on right now. Out there is practice hot laps will be winding up here very shortly. But these guys, open setup here tonight, Roger, they can change just about anything on this car but the driver to get them out there onto the racing surface and make them a little bit better. This track already starting to show signs of wearing out.
Yeah, 75 laps for the main event here tonight. That is a long race, especially for these dirt street stocks. So you're going to have to try and build your setup here tonight for a slick condition track. This track is well known for having 2 and 3 groove racing, and I expect us at some point here tonight how these drivers will be stacked out 4, 5, and mark my words, you might see with the skill level here tonight in this field, you might even see a 6-wide pass at some point here tonight. I am all excited here at the Volusia Speedway as the clock counts down. We're getting ready here to go heat race racing tonight here at the Volusia Speedway.
Yeah, we got to thank the great partners here for the Southern Shootout 75, the 3rd rendition. Who's going to add their name to the luxurious past champions list? Barrett Bishop picking up the win in 2019 last year. Alex Bergeron picking up the win. Well, we are about to find out here as we get ready to go with heat race number 1 coming at us. And this is your starting lineup presented by Elite Glass here for Elite Glass heat race number 1. And it is going to be Keith Hackney in car number 69 pulling the number 1 pill in the pit area this evening. Outside of him in the victory lane racing, car number 33 is Evan C. It'll be A.J. Ogle in car number 08, the driver out of Illinois, starting 3rd. Outside of him will be the number 10 of Justin Johnson. Bob Rafferty and David Brewer will make up row number 3. Then it'll be Trevor Mattingly in car number 13, starting 7th. Outside of him, that 2019 champion, Barrett Bishop, starting 8th. 9th starting spot will go to Ethan Toder. In car number 23, outside of him will be John Ruggiero. And shotgun on the field in the Extreme Savage Motorsports, car number 021, that is Carl Kilgore, the 4th. And that is your 11-car starting field, I believe. That'll start here. We got 3 heat races coming at you. This is heat race number 1.
So with heat race number 1 already rolling out onto the speedway, 11 cars do make the call here for heat race number 1 tonight here at Volusia. Of course, we will take the top 5 drivers out of all of our heat races. So right now, you want to be inside that ever-coveted top 5 positions. So move yourself into the main event. There is a last chance qualifier coming up a little bit later on if any of these drivers are not inside the top 5 at the end of the 15 laps here for heat race number 1. So there is that always last chance qualifier, a little bit of a way to sneak in the back door to the feature event that's coming up here tonight. But these drivers don't want to rely on a last chance qualifier spot here tonight. They would like to get it done here in our elite glass heat race number 1 here. Next time by, we will drop the hammer, 15 laps the distance.
15 laps here, and we're going to see we got a lot of fast drivers, random draws here to set up these heat races, so there's luck of the draw based on where you're going to start this one. You got 15 laps to make it happen, as you said, around your top 5 to the main event. Our first green flag in the feature session here tonight. The final segment started with 60 drivers down to these 30. Get ready to go green flag racing for the first time here tonight. Green flag is up, and we are underway with the elite class heat race number 1.
Keith with a really nice start there with car number 69. He'll lead him down into turn number 1 with Evan trailing on the back bumper with that 33. One of them a little bit out of shape coming out of turn number 2 down there. It's going to stack him up down the back straightaway. 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, all of them up under a blanket. 2 wide, 3 wide, now 4 wide off turn number 4.
4 wide down the front stretch. Can they make it stick? Somehow they do. They're still 4 wide down the turn number 1. That'll be Mattingly in the 13, weighing it down low. Now they're 3, 4, 1 car going around on the back. That was Ethan Toder, and at number 23, we stay green so far. Green flag is still out there. Hackney leads them 2 by 2 behind them right now. Derek Bishop, the 2019 winner, up to the 4th spot now. He started 8th on tonight's grid. He's locked into that spot, looking for a little bit more insurance down the backstretch.
David right now has that 319 right now sitting in that final transfer spot. He's got Rafferty right there, though, on the hot shoe. But, boy, look at that's going to be car number 13 coming in there. Trevor was throwing the haymaker down the bottom side of the speedway. Still has 12 laps to get it done, but he would like to get the 13T a little bit farther up right now. Brower still sitting there in car number 319 on the transfer spot. Hackley still out front here. Nobody has taken that spot away from him, but the battle is for the race lead. Here comes Evan to the inside.
Yeah, Evan C down to the inside of the racetrack, digging down low. Hackney burying the right rear in the cushion. He'll rip the lip down the backstretch. Got the track starting to wear out a little bit on the middle side of the racetrack. So 2 distinct groups so far in elite class heat race number 1. And as Hackney is still leading it with 10 laps to go, 5 laps into the books. This is still a side-by-side battle. They work off turn number 2 and down the backstretch here at the Volusia Speedway. So that will settle out to single file. We'll go back to the hot seat right now is Mattingly and Rafferty side by side. That is the battle for 6th. They're trying to chase down the driver in front of them in that 319 of Brewer.
Yeah, right now that position is going to be David Brewer. He does have the spot. Here comes car 44. JR is working the outside of the speedway here. He had started back there in the 10th position, got wrapped up in the pinball effect that we had a little bit earlier on here on lap number 1. As always, into the outside wall a little bit. Looked like Trevor, that 13T maybe came up just a tad that time out of turn number 4. They're going to run them side by side down the back straightaway. That's right now for the battle for that 7th position.
Yeah, they see riding on the back side now of the number 319 of Brewer. We're looking back at the number 77 of Rafferty. Rafferty, the driver out of New York, he's trying to hold off the 13T. They're still stacked up back there. This is the bid for your transfer position. They work down here into turn number 3 and 4. 7 laps to go, coming to 6. And that transfer spot starting to get hotter. As now C is going to take a look underneath Hackney for the race lead.
The transfer spot is hot, but the lead is even hotter. Just for a moment, Evan did have the top spot coming out of turn number 4, but that Team VLR car was not able to hold the top spot when they came across the stripe. This time by, the 5 fingers are going to go in the air 5 more times around here in heat race number 1 tonight. Hackley has led them all here. Can he lead the last 5? He's got the 33, though, literally right on the back tail tank of that car as they work down into turn number 3.
Turn number 3 this time by. It'll be 4 laps to go. See with a run to the inside with the momentum will carry the 69 of Hackney to the race lead once again in turn number 1. Side by side back there for spot number 3. That is Barrett Bishop in the 3 down there digging underneath the 10 of Johnson as he works here through turns 3 and 4. We go back to the race lead to see. Puts the nose out in front, but at the line it'll be Hackney by about a bumper cap into turn number 1.
As they go down to the turn number 1 at side by side, the bottom side has now come to life there for Evan. Will he be able to hold it down there? Will he be able to get the race lead at all? Because this time by, when they come out of turn number 4, they're going to see those popsicle sticks going into the air with just 2 more laps around here tonight in heat race number 1. That time it was still Keith at the line. Back there, though, for that 3rd and 4th position, they did exchange hands. Bishop now into the 3rd position. He's picked up 5 spots here in heat race number 1. And there you see Johnson and Bauer. They do round out your top 5 cars. They have all started to pull away. This time by, it'll be the white flag as they're still side by side at the line.
Final trip around the speedway in the elite class, heat race number 1. See down to the inside, Hackney on the outside, side by side down the backstretch. Hackney now with about a car length advantage into turn number 3. He'll slam the door shut down to the inside. Checkered flag is up. It'll be Hackney picking up the elite class, heat race number 1. C will come home 2nd. 3rd will go to Barrett Bishop. 4th will go to Johnson, and your final transfer spot will be held on to by the 319 Brewer here in heat race number 1. And just like that, heat race number 2 is starting to take shape onto the front stretch. And what a great heat race that was. Those 5 drivers locking themselves in. They have a shot now at the big dance coming up here momentarily.
So that's going to leave another 10 drivers, it does look like, possibly actually 9 drivers here, as we do have a couple of the race control here tonight in this starting lineup. Your Kilgrove Consulting, though, starting lineup here for heat race number 2 is going to look like this. Starting on the front row, he drives car number 21. He is out of Illinois. This is going to be Jim Rivas. Scheduled to start the his outside as race control. Well, we know that's not going to happen, so that'll move. Looks like possibly car 99 up there. We'll see where that all shakes out here tonight. Starting back into the 3rd position, driving car number 1 out of the Midwest, Alex Brewer will start there in P number 3. Starting to his outside, it's going to be the number 5 of Jacob Laster. I believe he's also over there at the race control booth. Starting back into the 5th position, driving for the 399 Esports team, this is going to be the 37 of Brandon Marlowe. Starting to his outside, the Dirty South Motorsports number 99, Travis Britzing. Justin Holt will drive car 311 back there, the driver out of Texas. The great state of Texas will start into the 7th position. Jesse Wall out of Carolina drives car number 2, scheduled to roll off from the 8th position. Back in the 9th, he won a race earlier on here tonight, the 02 of Jamie Massey. Felix Roy, the ever-fast Canadian, driving car number 91. He'll roll off from 10th. And Charles Barnes back there in car 221. The No Love Racing entry will start shotgun to the field. We did have 2 drivers not take to the grid just like we had expected. It was the race control and Jacob Laster. So everybody on that outside row will move up 2 rows. So that is your starting lineup, and we are ready to go racing for 15 laps.
15 laps is the distance in this Kilgore Consulting heat race number 2 for the evening. And this, after the first one, this is only going to get better. The track's going to widen out a little bit. Roger, if you're in this heat race, were you making any adjustments to these race cars coming out here before coming to heat race number 2?
Well, we did see the inside lane start to really work itself in there towards about the mid portions of heat race number 1. So look to watch some of these drivers like maybe Felix Roy or Massey back there who have a lot of cars they have to pass here tonight. Look to them to possibly go down to the bottom side. I know Felix likes to ride high, wide, and handsome around the outside, but we'll see if that's where he takes car number 91.
Crane flag is up. The Kilgore Consulting heat race number 2 is underway. 15 laps of street stock action down at the turn number 1 for the shootout. Southern Shootout 75. 5 cars looking to punch their ticket to tonight's main event. And we've got them stacked up 2 by 2 from 2nd on back.
Right now, it's car number 21 of Rivas who is out front, but look at the bottom. Here comes Alex. So Felix Roy a little bit out of shape down there in the middle, 3 and 4. He gathers it back up, and he is sitting just to the outside there right now, back into the 7th spot. A little bit of a bobble that time. Car number 1, Alex, down to the inside of turn number 1. His white Cadillac Looked like it was riding more like a Hyundai out there as he'll slide to the outside. That's going to leave the bottom lane open. Travis going to take the sniff to the outside. There's Barlow down to the inside lane. They'll ride him 3 wide into turn number 1.
3 wide, the turnaround contact there. 1 car up the racetrack. They're going to make it 3 wide down the backstretch. The 311 Justin Holt working the bottom of the racetrack. He'll hold on to that 5th and final transfer spot as they come off of turn number 4. 3 laps into the book, working lap number 12. Now with 12 to go, it is all Rivas out front, but it is a Carl's nest down there in the back there, all garled up there in the turn number 3.
Yeah, you want to talk about a scramble from everybody behind your race leader, Jim Rivas, right now, and that's exactly what it is. It looks like we're just having Delaware restarts every time they come back around here because everybody's stacked up 2 by 2. Here comes the 91 Felix Roy looking to the inside. He's going to make it 3 wide to the inside there on Holt as they work down the back straightaway. Just to the outside there, that is Jesse Walden, the black number 2, the purple number on the side of that black machine. At the line, 10 laps to go, battle for the race lead. Here comes the number 1 Cadillac down to the inside.
Yeah, Roy picking up the prelim number 2 win earlier on this evening. Finds himself on the outside looking in that 7th position. They're going to go 3 wide here through turns 3 and 4. That bottom line starting to wash up the racetrack. We got 3 groups of racing as we get bid for your race lead. Alex Brewer in car number 1 slide jobs up the racetrack. Now Rivas will cut it back underneath them, and that's going to push Brewer back to the 3rd, 4th spot as they are all jammed up and jelly tight in turn number 3.
Right now, Justin Holt holds that position as the transfer spot 3 wide at the line, and you couldn't fit anybody in there. Look at the 31. That's the 3-1-1 of Justin Holt. He is the transfer spot. Here comes Felix Roy. Here comes Brandon Marlowe. Marlowe will take a bid down to the inside, see if he could possibly advance his position as they keep hot potatoing the top spot here tonight. Now Rivas down to the bottom side. He'll lose the race lead at the line.
Yeah, Brewer will lead lap number 8 as they work down to turn 22. He's got the outside of the speedway, but the bottom side, Rivas still able to hold on to it. But here comes Spitzer in that 9P automobile trying to work underneath their contact. That's going to send the number 1 of Brewer up the racetrack. 3 wide, more contact down to the front stretch. Brewer's going to go from 1st back to outside of the top 5 as Justin Holt's now up into the 3rd position.
Well, I thought we were sitting here at the dirt track at Volusia, not the Daytona International Speedway, buck drafting down the back straightaway. Everybody is giving shoves where they can because it's just 5 laps to go and only your top 5 are going to make it. Everybody is right here with a chance to advance. Rivas out front right now. The transfer spot would be Jesse Wall in that wall bangers. Number 2, Jesse Wall has it right behind him. Jamie Massey, Felix Roy, hot to trot right now. Battle for the race lead. It's going to be Rivas that time by at the line. Here comes Holt. Where did Holt come from? He was outside, then he was in 5th. Now he's battling for the race lead with 4 laps to go.
Justin Holt up 5 positions. Now going to go to the inside to 31. Going to try to slide up in front of Rivas. Can't quite do it this time. But it'll be 3 more circuits around the Volusia Speedway for Rivas, trying to hold on to pick up the Kilgore Consulting Heat Race win for Heat Race number 2. But the all eyes, I don't even know which battle to watch. They are stacked up 3 wide for the transfer spot.
3 wide, Felix Roy down to the inside. Jesse Wall is in the middle. Massey was up top, and he's going to be the... Oh, he's going to contact. Contact coming to get 2 to go, and they're almost stacked up 3 wide for the race lead, too. I don't know where you want to look. Al, the transfer spot is hot and heavy. Marlowe into the outside, retaining Wall off 2.
Brandon Marlowe going to get the short end of the stick down there with 2 laps to go. The field roars through turns 3 and 4 as the white silk will be flown. 1 more trip around the speedway. Rivas, single file, your top 3. It'll be Brewer and Wall as your last man in. Here comes Felix Roy trying to work the outside of the speedway down the backstretch.
He'll take one final bid attempt here at Jesse Wall. Wall has the transfer spot. It'll be Rivas coming across the line first, and the final car to come across to transfer in. Jesse Wall will pick up that final transfer position.
Top 5 drivers transferring in. Rivas, Holt, Bircher, Brewer, and Wall. Everybody else is going to have to go to the Small Change Designs LCQ coming up here in just a little bit. But before we do that, we have our 3rd and final heat race here tonight. And man, after the first 2 heat races, this is going to be an exciting one. We already have 10 drivers locked into tonight's main event. We are halfway there. We're going to lock in another 5 with our third and final heat race coming up here for tonight's heat race action. And this is the Team No Love heat race number 3. And this is your starting lineup. Starting on the front row in car number 71, that is going to be the Dirt Panda of William Hargraves. Outside of him will be the number 000. That'll be Jordan Gage in the Hot Lap Heroes Racing. Starting on the inside of row number 2, car number 16, that is Dustin Hennigan. Outside of him will be the 119 of Trevor Burge. Starting 5th on the grid in car number 29, that is Lane Phillips. Outside of him, the number 31, the number 8 on the track, that is Tyler Jackson. Jordan McAvoy in car number 422 will roll off in that 7th position. With Daniel Selleck, who just got the last spot in prelim number 2, and at number 5, W, the 5'11", the driver out of Australia, will start 8th. And 9th starting spot tonight will be the number 22 of Joshua Thomas and Gerald Miller in car number 12, Shotgun on the field.
So 10 cars make the call here for the final heat race of the evening. The Team No Love 15-lap heat race number 3. Who is going to be able to take this one? Will it be the driver that they call the Panda out front, or will it be one of those Hot Lap Hero drivers that are out there into the field here tonight? Also, don't sleep on anybody. We just saw heat race number 2. We saw him 3, 4, and, well, it was 5 wide, so we're looking to get to that 6 wide. Maybe we'll save that for the feature event here tonight. But, boy, these drivers have put on a show so far. I don't expect anything less here in the next 15 laps for our heat race number 3, but it's the final time to lock yourself in here tonight before that last chance qualifier. Another 15 laps, 10 cars, 5 will advance.
Top 5 cars trying to lock themselves in here so they don't have to go into that last chance qualifier. Green flag is up. The Team No Love heat race number 3 is underway. And the Dirt Panda of Hargraves going to jump out to your early race lead. Top 4 car single file. A little bit of bumper tag back there as Phillips moves up Hennigan in that car number 16.
One driver up into the outside wall there in turn number 1 and 2, but we stay green flag racing 4 wide here right at the transfer spot. Trevor has it at the line. The Panda's going to be lap number 1, but there's beating and bagging going on for right around that 8th position.
At 8th position right now, Miller trying to work up. He started in the last row in car number 12. He's already moved up to the 7th position, trying to work the bottom of the racetrack. Right there you see him taking underneath the 16 of Hennigan. Hennigan has fallen out of the transfer spot. She tries to chase down Thomas. Is the 119 of Trevor Burge right there, and car number 119 is on the hot seat. Tyler Jackson, though, rolling on the bottom of the speedway in car number 8.
Burge right now has that transfer spot. He keeps tossing it back and forth as they're side by side at the start-finish line. Don't want to waste any time, though. You want to get it done here. You want to start to run away. We've seen a lot of green flag racing action here tonight, and if this heat race is like the others, it will go a long run green flag. Little hip check there. Jackson's going to lose it. Dustin's going to sneak underneath. Oh, boy. Joshua. Oh, contact back there. Who was that? I didn't miss. I missed it.
Selleck there in car number 5 got nose in the inside. We stay green, no yellow flag as of right now. So 11 laps to go. Coming to 10 in heat race number 3 presented by Team No Love. They work on the corner. Tyler Jackson trying to get that insurance spot. She sits on the hot seat, and Hennigan starting to close the feed on that number 8.
There was no love lost there between any of those drivers here in heat race number 3. And again, right now has to pick up 1 spot. Tyler Jackson, he's right there, a little contact. They keep pointed into the right direction. It'll be 9 laps to go. And the battle for the race lead has all of a sudden really started to heat up. Al, that bacon is cooking. You better flip it over before it burns.
And right now, Hargraves trying to hold off the 0 of Gage. Gage all over the back bumper like a cheap suit on prom night off turn number 4. 8 laps to go. And now Gage going to take a bit to the inside. Gage trying to hook the moisture on the bottom side of the racetrack as the Panda works the outside, banging it off the cushion. Track really starting to widen out now as now Gage going to slide up, trying to take the line away. Crossover off turn number 4.
It will be the Panda once again at the line. He leads that time by, but will that hot lap hero double or triple zero actually, will he come back at him? Still 7 laps to go. There's still a lot of time. Did he show his hand too early down in 3 and 4 last time by with that slide job? What's this time by? Not going to do anything. He's going to run right in the tire tracks of the Panda as they come back across the start-finish line. 6 to go here, and everybody has gone single file. It is still Tyler Jackson back there holding on to that final transfer spot into the feature event.
Tyler Jackson's got about a half car length advantage over the 16 of Hennigan, trying to close in on him, but the driver Bird starting to close in on Lane Phillips, and for that 3rd position is now then starting to reel it in. 5 laps to go in the Team No Love heat race number 3.
Looking at car 16 there, Dustin looks like he just kind of lost the drive off the corner of car 16 right now as he goes right into the tire tracks there of Jackson. Let's see if he can start to close the gap here. 4 laps to go. All he has to do is get 1 more position. Tyler Jackson, though, he has been smoother than chicken lips all night long. Right up there, right against the cushion with that car number 8. That beautiful looking sharp paint scheme. As Battle for the Race lead, though, with 3 laps to go.
Yeah, Gage took a bit to the inside, slid up, trying to take the line away from Hargraves. Hargraves going to do the same thing off of turn number 4. Down the backstretch, here comes Gage with a run to the inside. Slide job, attempt number 2. Can he make it stick? Coming to 2 laps to go. The rabbit ears are up there listening in for heat race number 3.
New race leader that time by. Gage was shown as the race leader on the scoring pylon, so first time we've seen an actual lead change for that spot here tonight as they're driving down into turn number 3. Still side by side, and they're stacked up side by side behind them, and then they're stacked up for the transfer spot. And again, now in that transfer position with 1 lap to go here.
2x2 is up in the front of this one. Now it'll be Jackson bidding to the inside. Drag race down the backstretch for your race lead. Gage on the outside. Hargraves digging the Panda down low. Final trip through turns 3 and 4 off of turn number 4. It's going to be a drag race. It'll be Gage who will get the transfer spot. It'll be the 16 of Hennigan. Hennigan going to get that 5th and final transfer spot. So Gage will pick up the heat race win. Hargraves, Phillips, Burge, and Hennigan headed to the main event. Everybody else, well, they're going to be headed into our last chance qualifier coming right up here, presented by Small Chains Design. So 15 drivers have locked themselves in. 5 more trying to punch the ticket to the big dance. It's this or nothing. You'll have to load it on the trailer early on here tonight. So in our last chance qualifier coming right up, Roger, after those heat races, I am not sure what to expect for this last chance qualifier.
Well, I know what you can expect. You can expect to put 5 more laps on the board here and put another 5 spots up for the taking. And this is the starting lineup here for your last chance qualifier. Starting on the front row, out of New York, drives car number 77. Bobby Rafferty will take P number 1. To his outside, the driver hailing from the north. He is car number 91 of Felix Roy. You just saw him just miss out on the opportunity. Tyler Jackson is back out onto the raceway. He will start P number 3. A.J. Ugly out of Illinois will drive car 08. He'll roll off from the 4th spot, and it's going to be Barnes back there. The 221 entry, the No Love Racing entry. He will start back there in 5th. Gerald Miller in car number 12 out of Carolina will roll off from the 6th position. Trevor Mattingly driving car number 13 here tonight. He'll roll off 7th. Jamie Massey hits his final chance to get in. He'll start in the 8th spot. Joshua Thompson will start 9th. And it looks like Carl Kilgrove, the 4th, will start back into the 10th position.
Starting on the inside there in row number 6, that'll be the 37 of Brandon Marlowe. Outside of him will be the 422 of Jordan McAvoy in the Hot Lap Heroes Racing entry. It'll be John Rugurio. He picked up the prelim win in the prelim number 1, finds himself deep in this last chance qualifier. Outside of him, slated to go, is the number 5 of Jacob Lassiter, Dan Selleck in that 5H, also on the racetrack. He'll be our, believe that'll be our 14th and final driver. So 14 cars. Is everybody else not making the call? Is Jacob Lassiter and, well, the race official? Well, we know where they are, Roger. They're up in the booth.
Yeah, they're the ones with the hard job here tonight to keep the event rolling along smoothly. So we got to thank Jacob Laster and all of his admin crew out there to put on such a great event here tonight, because so far the prelims been great. The heat races have been great. Put 20 laps on the board, though. Once again, race fans, let's get ready as you buckle up for your last chance qualifier starting now.
Last chance qualifier up onto the racetrack. We are underway, and it will be the number 77 of Rafferty jumping out to the early race lead. Number top 5 advance into tonight's main event, 2x2 behind them as they work off turn number 2.
Barnes has the final transfer spot right now. The driver of that 21C, I believe it actually is, if you follow along, and now he's going to pass AJ back to spot 3 wide, leading lap number 1, though. Bobby Rafferty will lead him at the stripe. 19 laps to go. Remember, the top 5 moving on. Everybody is hot to trot as they work down the back straightaway.
Down the backstretch, it'll be Roy working the outside. Here comes Ogle on the outside as well. The 2 cars down low. That's the number 31 of Jackson. And he's got the 211 right there behind the 221 of Barnes. That is your 5th and final transfer spot, but he's being challenged by the number 12 of Miller down the backstretch.
Miller didn't show much speed in that heat race he was in, but right now he brings a hot rod here into the last chance qualifier. He knows it's the final chance, but he has to make it in. Massey moving up on the outside also. He's going to bring that 13T. Trevor is right there also. A lot of drivers right now sitting below the cut line that have the experience, have the skill, have the knowledge to set these cars up, but they just have to catch a break here and find the right line to move themselves into the big dance coming up a little bit later on. 16 to go. It is still going to be Rafferty out front, but they are stacked up 2x2 for the rest of the field.
Yeah, a good battle right here. The 08 of Ogle on the outside. He's 4th. He's got the 221 of Barnes to the inside. Here comes Miller. He's the first driver on the outside looking in. And now it'll be the 211 or 221 of Barnes. He's going to take it down here in the turn number 1 and 2 as they work down the backstretch. So Barnes up to that 4th spot, a little bit of insurance just by about a quarter of a car in the turn number 3. Side by side, make it 3 wide, or are they going to try to go 4 off of turn 4?
They won't. They settle it all back out. Now here we might go 3 wide down in turn number 1. It's going to be Barnes to the inside. He's going to put Jackson in the middle. He'll have Felix Roy to the outside. Now they go 2 wide down the back straightaway. The bump's starting to develop here at the end of the back straightaway as they enter turn 3 there. There's a little bit of a whoop section. They're 3 wide, a little bit farther back into the field, a little bit of pushing and shoving. I believe that was car 44. JR trying to work the bottom side of the speedway going catfishing, but they're catfishing all over the place. 4 wide it was that time out of turn number 2. They settled it out to just 2 by 1. As who got shot out of a cannon? It was Tyler Jackson working the outside of the speedway. He got shot out of a cannon. That car was quick.
And Tyler Jackson up to that 4th spot now, still on the outside of a 3-way battle. He is up there in the moisture, up in the cushion, and he might have found something as now he separates himself from that battle from 5th. Here comes the number 2 of Massey working the bottom of the racetrack. He's trying to get underneath the 12 of Miller. Miller's that 5th and final car with that ticket to the big dance as Jackson up the racetrack. Contact behind them. Everybody sits it sorted out. 4 wide, make it 5 wide down the backstretch.
That's not going to work. One car's going to go around. He's being shoved down the back straightaway. Car 44, JR has gone around, and that will bring out the first caution flag this evening with 10 laps to go. That all started, I believe, with the 08 of AJ getting a little out of shape. They made it 5 wide, and it lasted for a little bit. Unfortunately, 1 car going around, and that will be car number 44 to bring the first caution flag of the night.
Let's take a look at what happened to bring out the first yellow flag. And the first time we've been slowed all night long. These drivers doing a great job. And this is a look at it off of the corner. You see Ruggiero down to the inside. They're all stacked up. Looks like the 08 of Ogle and the 13 of Mattingly maybe got tied up there, and it turned right to the right rear of the 44 Ruggiero. And you don't think that that 5th and final transfer spot means something to these drivers. Roger, they not only had to run prelim races here tonight. These guys are the top 30 drivers that made it out of the 60 people entered into tonight's races here tonight for the Southern Shootout 75. So just to make it into this server was a feat in its own. But now this is trying to get into that 75-lap main event. We're stacked up 2 by 2. Going back green flag racing. It'll be 8 laps to go when they cross the stripe.
And with 8 laps to go as they hit the start-finish line, it'll be Bobby Rafferty shooting out again, but look at him, 3 wide right at the transfer spot. Massey's going to try and shoot the gap. He'll put Miller down to the bottom side. That was Jackson up high, wide, and handsome. Right now, Jamie Massey holding on to that final transfer spot here with 7 laps to go.
7 laps to go, and they are all working the racetrack in all different angles, trying to make a little bit of a move. Some of these drivers know this is their last chance to put it into the show. Top 4 drivers starting to squeak away, but it'll be Massey and Miller. They battle it out here as they come off turn number 4. Miller on the inside. Massey's going to roll the outside. He'll take that 5th and final transfer spot with 6 laps to go.
Don't count out Thomas, though. He is right there. Carl also is sitting back there in car number 21, that no love, that pink number 21, the pink numbers. He is right there. 6 to go. It'll be 5 laps to go. Battle for the race lead, though. Here comes Felix Roy on the outside of that Case IH number 91. He'll make the bid. Not going to have it quite at the line, but he'll have it.
Oh, one car gets turned around. It's the number 2 of Massey. Massey was inside of a transfer position. He gets turned around, and the rear end looks knocked out of it. I believe that is Carl Kilgore also involved. And yellow flag number 2 coming out here with just 4 laps remaining in the Small Change Designs last chance qualifier. These drivers will most likely have to take their cars to the pits. Let's take a look and see what happened to Massey to get turned around here in this yellow flag number 2. See him working down here in the turn number 1. And it will be Massey. It looks like got in there. Oh, contact. Looks like with a 12 of Miller. And Kilgore nowhere to go as the hole blocked up. And both of those drivers get turned in turn number 1 and 2. Let's take a look at it one more time. Let's go on board in the in-car with the number 21 of Kilgore. See him slide it down in the corner there, Roger, and around he goes, and right in front of him is the number 2 of Massey, and then it was just on there. Everybody nowhere to go, and the yellow flag flew for the second time.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for a lot of those drivers. They were either just inside that top 5 or just sitting on the outside looking in. And, well, we still had a lot of laps there to figure it out, but now it looks like we're going to put just a handful of laps on the board. This is your top 5 once we get ready to go back racing. It is going to be Bobby Rafferty, Felix Roy, your 1 and 2 positions. Put that backwards. It's Felix Roy, then Rafferty. It's going to be Barnes, Jackson, and I believe Joshua Thomas as your final spot in as of right now. But the checkered flag has not flown, and that is not your official finishing order. Put a couple laps on the board now. You just saw what could happen to drivers inside the top 5. Anything could happen here at the end, because it is the last chance qualifier.
Yeah, what driver is it right now? That number 22 of Thomas on the hot seat as the pace truck going to make the hard left-hand turn onto pit road, and Felix Roy going to jump on that accelerator. It'll be 2 laps to go. Green-white checkered shootout coming at you to put 5 cars into the main event. Side by side, make it 3 wide now as Thomas works the inside of Barnes down the backstretch. Here comes Marlowe, but the yellow flag going to come out. Yellow, 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 as we have 1 car turned around down here in turn number 1 and trying to take and find where it was used out there. So we are still going to have 2 laps to go when we go back green flag racing. 0 laps completed, and it will have a green-white checkered finish. And
yeah, I believe the officials didn't quite like that restart there. They saw 1 car getting ready to come out of the pit lane there, so they threw the yellow flag. Didn't want anything to happen down in turn number 1. So what we're really going to do here is we're just going to stack them back up, and we're going to get ready to go again. I believe, or actually, it looks like race leader Felix Roy is actually going to get penalized, jumping the restart. Felix Roy will be sent to the tail end of the longest line.
Tough break for the driver of the 91, was on the front row, now finds himself back there, and with 3 laps, make it 2 laps to go, and the green flag comes back out. Not sure there's enough time to get back inside that top 5.
Well, anything could happen here tonight at Volusia. The Gators are hungry as they are the ones that are actually strapped inside these cars. But while we have a couple seconds here tonight, race fans, we got to thank you all for tuning in here tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network to catch the Southern Shootout 75 here from the virtual Volusia Speedway. It has been a great race so far, and this is every driver's final attempt right here to make it into the big show. The big payday is in the next race, but the thing is, you gotta get there to get the payday.
Yeah, we already got 15 drivers locked in. We're gonna lock in 5 more here in 2 laps time when we go back green flag, this time off turn number 4. Rafferty and Jackson, your front row. Barnes and Thomas, row number 2. Marlowe now sitting 5th, and Trevor Mattingly in at 13, sitting 6th. The first driver outside green flag is up, and look at them spreading out behind them. 4 wide down the front stretch.
Everybody wants a chance. Here comes JR.
Oh, Marlowe's going to get turned.
Waiting to see if the caution lights are going to come on here. It does not look like they have come on just yet, so we stay green as we're taking the white flag. This one will end next time by, and it's Rafferty in the top spot.
Rafferty showing it, and now Jackson's going to crawl on the outside of the speedway. Mattingly runs there in that 5th spot. All eyes are on there. Here comes Ruggiero. He runs in 6th. Final ditch effort through turns 3 and 4. Jackson way up the racetrack. Off of turn 4. Rafferty is going to pick up the win. Barnes, Thomas, Jackson, and the 13th tee of Mattingly. Going to round out your 5 cars that will advance. Everybody else is going to have a cold beverage and watch from the stands here tonight. For tonight's Southern Shootout 75 here tonight. So that will put 20 cars in tonight's main event. Rafferty picking up the LCQ win, presented by Small Change Designs, Roger. And that is going to put a close to our qualifying efforts here tonight. 20 cars ready to do battle. They have a quick warm-up period. I don't know what to say or what to expect coming from this feature event other than track crews have gone out. It looks like they're going to get a few moments to run this track, and I believe we'll take a moment, step away. We'll come back with a preview of tonight's 75-lap main event presented by Milner Media Designs, 399 Esports, and Flex Motorsports, coming at you right after this.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12-Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Butt Kicker Gamer 2. What you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Welcome back here to the Volusia Speedway Turn 3 Racing Network. It's Upstate Al and Roger Muth in the booth. Also alongside me here in sunny Florida. And Roger, right now the 20 drivers out on the racetrack looking to dial in their cars for tonight's 75-lap feature event, paying $500 to the winner. What are these drivers searching for out there on the racetrack in these cars to get ready for tonight's long feature event?
Well, 75 laps is going to be a very long time for the feature event for the street stocks here on the iRacing.com platform, but one of the great things is here, it's the #1 simulator on the market. And well, these drivers can right now, as they are out here on their warm-up session, they are dialing these cars in. That means they are making adjustment, wedge, tire pressure, stagger, anything these drivers need to do, they are currently making them for a long run. These cars, we've seen it all night long, long runs. These drivers have the capability of running side-by-side, 3, 4, 5 wide racing action. So, well, let's get ready, because race fans, it is almost time to rumble here tonight at the Volusia Speedway for the Southern Shootout 75.
20 drivers are getting ready to do the dance for us as they get ready to line them up onto the grid. And this is what your starting lineup will look like for tonight's feature event. Your top 10 starting, they're going to be this one on the pole. It is the number 69, Keith Hackney. To his outside out of Illinois, it is the number 21 of Jim Rivas. Starting on the inside of row number 2 in that beautifully prepared number 0, it will be Jordan Gage. Outside of him in car number 33, it'll be Evan Say. Justin Holt will start on the inside of row number 5 in F311. Outside of him, it is the Dirt Panda, William Hargraves. Starting 7th will be Barrett Bishop, the 2019 winner of this event. Will start 7th. Outside of him will be car number 99. It is Travis Beertzer. Starting on the inside of row number 5 will be the 29 of Lane Phillips. And outside of him, car number 10 of Justin Johnson.
Starting back into the 11th position here tonight, it's the Cadillac. It's the number 1 of Alex Brewer. Starting to his outside, driving the 119, this is going to be Trevor Byroot. Starting behind them, driving car number 319, this is going to be Devin Brower. Back there, starting in 13th, Jesse Wall, driving car number 2, starts 14th. 15 will be Dustin Hennigan in car number 16. He just picked up, well, the last chance qualifier. Bobby Rafferty in car 77 will go for the 16th starting position. It looks like Charlie Barnes in car number 221, the no-love driver. He will go from the 17th position. The 22 of Joshua Thomas will go 18th here tonight. And the final row, the final 2 spots to start tonight's A main event, it'll be the 19 of Tyler Jackson. Starting to his outside, Trevor Mattingly will start. Car number 13, shotgun to the field, put 75 laps on the board, Al, because next time by, we're going to turn these bad boys loose.
Gonna turn them loose. 75 laps is the distance. We have 1 spare car in the pits here. And I don't think we're going to need them, but hey, they're there if we need to. 20 cars, 75 laps, $500 paycheck to the winner. And the field rolls through turns 3 and 4. It is time for full fender action at the Volusia Speedway. Hold on to your hats, strap in. It is green time here tonight.
As the green flag is up, it'll be car number 69, picking right up where he picked, or where he led off in heat race number 1 here tonight. Actually going to take him down to the turn number 1. He'll lead him off turn 2, looking down the back straightaway, side-by-side battle. Here's Jim Rivas. There is Jordan Gage down to the inside, and then they're going to be stacked up 3 wide back there. The Dirt Panda right now was stuck in the middle that time out of turn 4. They're going to be able to figure it out. A little bit of bumping down there in turn number 1.
One driver working in the middle of the racetrack. That was the 99 of Beertzer. He's in that 9th position. He's got the one of Brewer underneath him now under attack as Hackney still leads it side by side for a second as we watch the battle back here for the 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th position. Stacked up 4 wide behind them. The 2011 of Barnes down there as low. Tyler Jackson contact. That was the 119. Action all the way around the Volusia Speedway as they work off turn number 4 to put lap 3 into the books.
I don't even know where to look onto the Speedway now because they're stacked up back here 3 wide for the final spots out there onto the raceway. And then again, they were almost side by side. They are side by side. Now they single file it out for the race lead because Rivas is all over the back end of the 69 of Hackley. As actually it's Rivas, then it's going to be Gage. Hackley is out front at the line.
Yeah, Jim Rivas holds on to that thing, but here comes Gage down the inside, trying the slide job, couldn't quite do it. Is now seen under the attack from the 2019 champion of the Southern Shootout. That is Barrett Bishop. He currently runs in that 6th position. 5 laps already into the books as they'll work lap number 6 across the stripe. And Hackney starting to open up a 3-car length advantage. Everybody starting to migrate toward the top of the racetrack as they work around the speedway. 1 car down low, that's the 29 of Lane Phillips. He works underneath Bishop in the turn number 3.
Contact, big pile up down in turn 3 and 4. One of them up over onto his lid. I can't see it with our camera here as it's believed that might be Gage, and car 0 has just gone up over, and he will have to take the tow to pit road. That will bring out the first caution flag of the evening. Al, that was a big one as that was towards the front of the field.
Yeah, tough break there. Yellow flag number 1 coming out here in tonight's feature event. And let's take a look here. That is Gage has already taken the tow to pit road. And we did talk about early on how they do have that 1 car in the pits that they can hop into. But now he's got to protect that for another 69 laps. Let's take a look back at this replay and see what happened down here in the turn number 1. You see Gage working the backside of Rivas into the corner. Oh, slight contact with Rivas, stacks him up. Gage tries to hold on to it, slight up and over. But look at the dust there, Roger. It's hard to see anything as they come rolling through there. Justin Holt also involved in this one. Let's go on board with the number 31 of Holt and just listen to this rep. Holt, a little bit of front end damage, doesn't look too bad there, but Gage down on pit road as we are still underneath the yellow flag there. Roger, when something happens in the front of the field like that and the dust that is out there right now till the track gets blown off, it is almost, you got to go in there and just pray that no one is there. Just like slow down, jump on the brakes, get those binders hot, but you got to be able to make it through there. And some of those drivers, unfortunately, weren't unable to. And Jordan Gage down on pit road looks like working on that number 0 is no laps are counting here in tonight's feature event. So looks like Gage going to be down on pit road. Tough break for the driver that was running third as the pace truck is down in the way. We are going to go back green flag racing in the Milner Media Designs 75 here for the Southern Shootout 75.
Another great start by the front row. Keith will lead us down into turn number 1. Here comes that Bishop number 3. He works the bottom side of the speedway. He does have a little damage to the front nose cone on the right-hand side, but that's not going to hurt him here tonight. We don't need no aerodynamics. We can rip the fenders off this one and still make these cars sing around the speedway here tonight. They're stacked up those 3 wide right about the 10th position. They got the Cadillac right now sandwiched in between Barnes and Bauer back there. As Wall, it's going to be a slide. That's going to make the number 2 of Wall right now. He got right in front of that number 1.
Now Wall works on the outside of the racetrack. They got 3 wide in front of them with the Panda. The 71 of Hargraves working the middle of the racetrack. He's trying to get underneath Bircher off of turn number 2. That would be for the 5th spot as Hennigan all the way up into that 6th position, trying to take it away from Hargraves as their top 3 drivers. Single file is in the third battle is 2x2 all the way around the speedway.
The battle right now for that 2nd position. Evan and Barrett right now are side by side trying to run down Keith right now, who has that red number 69 out front here. See the drivers, everybody has started to migrate back down to the bottom side of the speedway here. Right before we had that caution, we started to see drivers work up the top side of the track here. Now everybody back down. Catfish right around the bottom. There you see the 33. Evan right now finding something up top. He will clear Barrett Bishop, so they will go single file. Now here comes Evan battling for the race lead.
Yeah, Evan working down low. See, he's going to try to take the race lead. It'll be Hackney by a bumper cap in the turn number 1. To the inside they go. It'll be CV working down to the inside. Bishop rolls the outside. Contact with Hackney down the backstretch. Side by side down in the turn number 3. They are going to go there. See a little bit of a slip on the bottom. But Hackney there. Contact with Bishop. Top 3 drivers underneath the blanket in the turn number 1.
As they continue to pass it back and forth here, that's also allowing car number 29 of Lane Phillips to start to run back down your front 3. So in any moment, we could have a 4, 5, 6 car battle for the race lead because they're all single file. You'd have to go all the way back here and believe that was to number 1, Alan Brewer, and Barnes back here as they are side by side, but that's for 9th and 10th on the ticker currently here on lap number 14. Everybody trying to jockey from this position on back because even Rivas, who is back there as he's trying to come back through a little bumper tag in the back of the field. 22 of Joshua Thomas just got into the back of the 77 of Rafferty. Rafferty, remember, coming in from the last chance qualifier. He has not been able to make up much ground, still back there running into the 15th position.
Yeah, Rafferty worked there as we are on board with the Milner Media Designs onboard camera. Watching the battle in front of him. We got the 13T. Right there, that is Mackley as he works with Brewer on that 319 on the outside. As the battle here starting to shape up as we take a look now as they work off turn number 2. And Rivas starting to make his way back up, Roger. He takes a peek to the inside of the 13 of Mackley. Has to jump out of the binders as they're going to try going 4 wide. Now only 2, make it 3 wide off turn number 4.
There is racing everywhere here. But remember, Jim Rivas was one of your heat race winners. He picked up the heat race number 2 win, and then he just went around down there in turn number 3 and 4 a little while ago to bring out the first caution flag of the evening. He is trying to come back through. We know he has a fast setup underneath that car number 21. Now it's just a matter of kicking off position by position here. Still a long way to go. 18 laps in the books will be next time by on the 75 scheduled here tonight at Volusia.
And it's going to be a great, interesting thing. Who has the car set up for maybe the slick at the end of this run? As we see this track already starting to widen back up. Track crews did go out before the hot lap session, put some moisture back in the track, and farmed it a little bit as Bishop takes a peek to the inside. Bishop down to the inside in car number 3. Can he make a move on Hackney, who still rips the lip? Hackney will lead the lap, and here comes he back to the outside as well. Bishop works the bottom of the racetrack, down to Hackney, and see works the outside. But Roger, the question is, will these drivers be around at the end? Do they have the setup in the car for when this track will go completely slick here in about the next 10 to 15 laps?
Well, we're going to find that out real fast once we hit that about 15 more laps on the speedway. Battle for the race lead. Evans going to slide up a little bit of a bumper tag there from Keith. Keith's going to have to now hold that second position because Bishop is right there hopping on the back bumper. There was a little bit of a tag. Bishop going to try and cross down underneath car number 69 at the stripe. Evan, your new race leader.
And we look at back from the back of the field now, watching it work off the corner. They work down the back stretch. Everybody's still keeping it clean and green. A lot of action. We take a look here now. It'll be Hargraves trying to work underneath the number 2 of Wall. That's the battle for the 7th position. Is Hargraves, the Dirt Panda, will have to tuck it back to the outside. It seems like top of the speedway, the fast way around right now as they work off of turn number 2.
That will start to transition back down towards the bottom side of the speedway. Once it really starts to slick off, these drivers are going to have to start searching. Will it be to the outside? A lot of times here we've seen the groove really be right up against the wall, and that's one of the toughest tracks for these drivers to really hold an inside line and stay real smooth and right up against it. We'll see if maybe the Dirt Panda back here, maybe the Cadillac himself, has a tune-up to go to the bottom side of the speedway a little bit later on. But we also got to mention right now, Dustin Hannigan is currently your most positions gained driver out there on the speedway. So maybe he's got the fast setup for the heavy track. Maybe not so much the slick track, as he just got into the back, and see how that just shoved the car out in front of him up into the next one. These drivers bumper tag, maybe we hope that it's not a bumper hook.
Yeah, right now he is the lead candidate so far in the Autocraft Paint and Body Works Hard Charger of the race. That is worth $20 extra in your pocket if you get that award here. It's a lot of money on the line here, over $1,600 in prize and purse money on the line for these drivers out there. As you see, Hackney in that second spot, 1 second behind C. C kind of said, all right, boys, I'm going to put the keys up onto the countertop and hopefully check out on the rest of this field, as he's got a 1 second lead. But Lane Phillips starting to look crazy in that number 29. He looks underneath Hackney. Now we'll go to the outside, then turn number 1.
Yeah, Bishop down there in car number 3. He got stuck down to the inside lane and got shuffled back. As all you see Hennigan right now, he wanted to go back up to the top side of the speedway, but Bishop said, no, you left the door open and I'm going to put both feet through side by side at the line. And that's back there for the 5th position. And there's a lot of drivers currently bobbing and shaking through the field. Dustin Hennigan going to lose a spot there. Bishop takes it. Now Bishop's going to go to the inside here on Travis.
Yeah, Bishop had no other choice there, as the 29 of Phillips had to check up there, and that caused the number 99 of Beerturn to get out of the gas pedal, and that just bottled the neck there. A little bit more contact there, the nose, the bumper contact with these street stocks down the back stretch. How about the number 2 of Wall? Quietly here is now Hennigan trying to work the outside of the 3 of Bishop. Bishop, maybe that front end damage, Roger, starting to affect the handling or the cooling on the car. Maybe that motor starting the dirt run a little bit hot.
Yeah, he'll work the bottom side of the speedway. Jesse Wall right now is working the outside there. He has caught this group, so there's 7 cars. We'll call it 6 cars because Evan has completely checked out now, over a second and a half out on this field. But you are watching the drivers that are currently battling from second all the way back to the 7th position. The Dirt Panda back there of Hargroves is currently sitting in the 8th spot. The Cadillac is sitting there in 9th. And Barnes is currently rounding down the top 10. He has picked up 7 spots here as he holds that 10th position here on lap number 32, closing in on the halfway home point.
1 spot outside of the top 10 is that Jackson automobile, the number 8 there, you see it. That blue and pink, or the blue and number 8 there is 1 car out of shape. That was the number 1 of Alex Barnes. He'll work to the inside. Now Hargraves to the outside. This is the bid for the 8th position, and it looks like the Dirt Panda will climb the tree around the outside and take that spot away.
That'll put them 2 by 2 here, battling just inside the top 10. Cadillac slide job. Dirt Panda says, hold my tree branch here, as he goes down to the inside. They were 3 wide momentarily behind the Panda, and now the Cadillac rides high, wide, handsome around the outside. As there you see car number 221 there of Barnes, as he's going to move Jackson back to running outside the top 10 now. So Tyler Jackson is the one that clipped the short end of that tree that the Panda just knocked down and busted up. So that'll put Jackson back to running in the 11th position. Joshua Thomas is back there running in 12th. As he's a little bit farther back, he leads this battle back here, but these drivers back here are putting on one heck of a show. Also slide jobs at 3 wide back here from about the 13th position on back.
Yeah, 1 driver there is Justin Holt up the racetrack, picking a left front up. He's got fire in the 0 of Gage. Gage 1 lap down, but trying to get that lucky dog pass if the yellow flag were to come out as we close in or just past the halfway point of the 75 lap main event. They work down into the corner. These guys putting on a great show. Rafferty right there as well. He picked up the Small Change Designs Last Chance qualifier here just a few moments ago, and they are still 2 and 3 wide around the speedway. As we take a look back towards the front of this one, and still see out front has about a straightaway lead on cruise control. Still works the outside of the racetrack. It was their top now behind them, Roger. 6, 7, 8 cars underneath the blanket. They start to dice it up down here in turn number 1.
3 wide. Here comes Bishop down to the bottom side of the speedway. I believe that was the 99 that just slid up the speedway a little bit, got into the wall bangers, number 2. Jesse Wall going to lose a position as Brits are going to take that position, number 6. Just out in front of them, that number 3, that is Bishop once again, the white number 3. He'll go back to the top side of the speedway. He was battling with Dustin Hennigan, but that's going to leave Dustin holding that car 16 running 4th. picked up 11 spots, the only driver to pick up double digits so far.
Yeah, Hennigan having a great race. You see how far up the outside of that cushion is getting towards that wall. You're starting to see the ruts develop on the outside of the speedway. The question is, did these drivers set up the suspension to get over those so without disturbing themselves on the racetrack? You see the 3 of Bishop pitch it in there sideways, now tries to cut underneath Hannigan off of turn number 4. Couldn't quite do it. And right there behind them is Wall trying to get underneath the 99 of Bitzer here. And don't look now, but Brewer, Hargraves, Jackson, that 4 quadruple is working in, closing in on this battle from second on back.
So this battle is still raging on as there's battles inside the top 10. Then there's battles back there for about the 15th position, but they're 3 wide here inside the top 3 because they got Dustin right now. Hennigan in the middle. It is a sandwich. That's going to be Phillips climbing the wall down there just about. He banked it off the wall just a little bit. And now it goes back to wide racing. Bishop's in 4th. It's going to be Hennigan there in that 3rd position. Slide job coming. Bishop going to slide up the speedway, but Hennigan knew it was coming. Oh, but a little bit of a bumper attack there by Lane Phillips.
Yeah, Phillips not expecting the 16 of Hennigan to do the crossover move. He'll slide up in front of Bishop. Bishop's going to try to turn it underneath him down here in the front stretch. Slide job after slide job is now another one. Up the racetrack, Hennigan prepared for it, cuts the 16 back underneath him. He'll take the 3rd spot back down the backstretch. Side by side down in the turn number 3 once again. Here comes Bishop. Is he going to clear him? The 16 will hit the hooks, cross it over. Great battle here for the 3rd position.
So Bishop last time down here lifted the left front and put his foot right into the gas. This time he'll stay up top, and oh, it's not going to work because right there is the 16. That's going to allow Lane Phillips, Jesse Wall, and Travis Bitzer to kind of close right back in. It was a 2-car battle. Now it's going to be a 5-car battle, all for that 3rd spot because Hackney is gone. He has checked out. The red number 69, Keith, has checked out now. He's about a second up the road from these drivers. Here comes Bishop once again, lurking on the inside.
Bishop works down low, can't make anything happen that time in the turn number 3. And here comes Jesse Wall in that number 2. Wall really working the bottom side of the racetrack. And how about here in that number 99, trying to work it down low as well. As they thought about 3 wide, couldn't quite make it happen. Phillips walking the outside, the Wall down low, that bottom side may start coming back in. As you see Hennigan way up the racetrack, and that allows the open door for the 3 of Bishop off turn number 4.
Their battle side by side once again. This time, though, the 4th gen Hen gonna hold it right in the middle side of the speedway. He'll slide it through the slick, though. A great run off the corner exit, put the power plant to the outside. Oh, he'll jump the cushion into 3.
Hennigan up to the 4th spot. Bishop trying to take spot number 3 for car number 3 off of turn number 4. Can't quite slam the door shut. Is the 16 of Hennigan creeping in the attic around the Volusia Speedway. Then he'll try to get off turn number 4. Can he make it stick? He does. Half a car length in the turn number 3. That'll be Hennigan working the outside. Bishop down low as Hackney starting to distance himself as we watch this battle for the 3rd position.
25 laps to go that time by at the line, and what a show. The price of admission here tonight to all you race fans that are tuning in, free. It was dang well worth the admission price here tonight at the virtual Volusia Speedway here for the Southern Shootout, because with 24 to go this time by at the line, man, this one is not over as they all climb the banking. A little bit of a berm down there in turn number 1. They had to go right to go left, and now I learned that one watching Lightning McQueen.
Lightning McQueen there, yeah, absolutely. There is now Bishop works the outside. We were looking back at that battle for the 10th position as Jackson works the outside of the speedway. He has that 10th position. These 4 cars have been glued together like you glued some wood together in the workshop today, Roger. Down the backstretch, Jackson works the outside. Barnes down low in the dirt pan to the 71 of Hargraves in the 11th spot.
Lights are coming on. 1 car around down at turn number 1. Justin Holt has turned around. Car number 311, the Flex Motorsports driver, going around. So the 2nd caution flag tonight, Al. I told you, don't scribble on the notepad just yet, just because, well, we had that long green flag run doesn't mean we were ready to hand the check out here tonight, because now this caution flag We're going to stack them up. We're going to re-rack them, restack them after we find out what happened here to bring out the second caution flag.
Yeah, pretty sure the driver not wanting to see that one come out was the 33 of C. Let's take a look back and see what happened to Justin Holt down here in turn number 1. We see him coming off turn number 4, working to the inside of Rivas. Rivas on the outside, got in there, just made some contact and lost the handle, and Holt went around. So it looked like a single car accident down there. This got in there, missed the bottom, and got into the inside of the 21 of Rivas, and around they will go. And that will bring out our second yellow flag of the evening. But how about that? It'll be the number 33 of C throwing away Hackney now. Gonna restart on the outside. Does anybody have anything for the VLR number 33 up on the front of this one, as he is your race leader? He'll set the pace when we go back green flag racing.
Well, we're going to find out, because it'll be what I believe is 23 laps left in this feature event when we do get this one restarted here. And, well, it's anybody's ball game. You thought Evan was running away with this. That VLR car was absolutely screaming. It was fast. But now, remember, Bishop and Hennigan back there, they've shown some speed. Also, that Wallbangers number 2 has shown that he's had a lot of speed in that number 2. So there is nobody that right now you can count out of this one. The track has changed, and we're ready to go.
Field creeps through turn 3 and 4. The pace truck down and away. We are back underway with the Southern Shootout. 75, 22 laps to go. See, it works to the inside, contact with the 69 of Hackney. Hackney tries to cut it down low. Bishop goes right to the outside. 3 wide off of turn number 2 down the backstretch. Everybody clawing for position. Contact up front. Hackney into the left rear quarter panel. Let's see, he'll hold on to it. See, we'll lead that lap. 21 to go.
Hackney had to let out of the throttle there to not turn the 33, but in the process of doing that, Bishop really closed the gap, and Bishop didn't know that he was out of the throttle, and well, they almost made a 3-car, a little bit of a train. Last second, Bishop realized it, backed out of it, but Wu was way up against, caution lights are coming on. Caution lights are on. 2 cars stopped out of turn number 3 there. I believe it's going to be Justin Johnson, and I believe is that other car, it's the yellow car. Trevor Byridge also stopped.
Yeah, Trevor Byridge also. I think he just was one of those innocent bystanders. Slammed on the brakes, came to a stop there. Let's take a look back on the Turn 3 Racing Network replay here tonight. You see him working down the back stretch. 3 wide in front of him. The 77 of Rafferty down there as well. And just got in the corner, touched the left rear quarter panel of Rafferty. And it looks like Gage maybe got into the X of Justin Johnson. Around he went in the 119 Roger. Trevor Byridge nowhere to go. And yellow flag number 3 has come out here with 20 laps remaining in the 75 lap feature. That pay window starting to get greased up, and I think the excitement level is going to go through the roof. We charged everybody for the seat. You're using the edge of it right now.
You call it the edge of it. I was on my feet there as we're getting them stacked back up here and get ready to go racing. Going to be under 20 laps to go when we do go racing. And man, we just saw Bishop throw a little bit of a charge there. Does he have anything left of? Don't count out Hackney. He is right there. Car number 69 has had a lot of speed also. We're going to get to do all of it again here, Al. I'm excited for a restart.
Hackney took a look to the inside. We know he worked the inside last time on the restart. Pace truck is down and away. See slowed. Now jumps on the accelerator. Gets up through the gearbox. We are back underway. Hackney going to be able to pull his race in that number 2 position. Down in the corner, Bishop down low. Hennigan working to the outside. And here comes Lane Phillips again down the middle of the racetrack. Down the backstretch for the first time since the green flag has come back out. And Tyler Jackson working the outside. He'll bounce it off the outside wall. We've got him 4 wide off turn number 4.
Well, they would tell you go where they ain't, and of course Tyler Jackson went all the way to the fence. This time down in turn number 1, he'll go middle, he'll go to the bottom. They're 3 wide. They're going to put the Cadillac in the middle. Who's going to shoot out here in turn number 3 and have the advantage? Nobody has little contact there. The number 1 going to throw it sideways again. Everybody's going to have to evade. They're all going to be coming out, pointed in the right direction.
Everybody gets it sorted out. One driver that's got the loss. A little bit of contact now. Jackson up the racetrack. Looks like him and the 99 got hooked that time in the turn number 3. Still 3 wide, everybody trying to click and claw for their position here around the racetrack. Bob Rafferty there in that 77. He got turned on that restart, Roger. No yellow flag. He is some 17 seconds back in that 20th position as we watch this battle. Still 3 wide off of turn number 2.
Jackson to the outside right now. Travis was down in the middle and all the way. That 13T was up against the fence line, but look at Tyler Jackson. He's going to bounce it off the outside wall, and he'll get a great run crashing down the front straightaway.
Big contact, the number 1 of Alex Brewer. Hard contact in the inside wall. I also believe the number 22 of Thomas was involved with that, as well as smoke billows from the number 1 as he works off the turn number 2. Let's take a look back what happened to Alex Brewer here as that front of that car. That looks more like an IMCA modified here at the Volusia Speedway. See Brewer up on the outside behind Tyler Jackson. Came off the corner. Oh, got clipped by Phillips, it looks like, and then it was on there. Thomas in the 22. Also hard contact. Let's go on board with the number 1 of Alex Brewer to see what he saw. Such a helpless feeling right there, isn't that, Roger, when you're sliding on this dirt, knowing that that concrete barrier is going to come in and hit you like a ton of bricks.
Well, you have these 4 tires, you got brakes, but on the dirt, it really doesn't matter, especially when it is as slick as it already is here tonight at the Volusia Speedway. He was along for the ride, and the worst part about that, Al, is he traded in his Chevy before this race here tonight for that Cadillac, and, well, he tore the nose right off of it.
Good news is they got the backup already out. He's back onto the racetrack on the lead lap. Here as the field rolls to turns 3 and 4. Lights should go out on the pace truck this time by, so it'll be right now a 19 lap, not 19 lap there, about an 18, 17 lap shootout when we go back green flag racing as the field gets jumbled back up. So I'll tell you, the driver that liked to see that caution come out, that was Bob Rafferty. He went for a spin on that last restart. Now that's going to let him climb back into this one here inside in that 17th position.
Yeah, he was only 2 seconds ahead of the race leader, but now that is going to go away. He'll have a fresh start at the tail end of the field here as all cars are on the speedway here. So we still have 20 cars with 14 laps to go.
14 to go. See, he's going to jump on the gas pedal. Hackney was ready for it. Hill stays to the outside. Can Keith Hackney make a move on the number 33 of Evan C? Side by side, they're going to be door to door down the backstretch. 1 car blinking. That was Bishop. A little bit of electrical issues. They're still door to door. 2 by 2, just like they were under pace laps. Here is Hackney up to the outside. He'll hit the moisture. Trying to take that race lead away from the 33 of C.
He'll hold him true down to the inside. A little contact there. Hackney going to go up the speedway. Washes up all the way to the cushion. Just over top. He'll lose second. He'll lose third. He is looking at 4th as they work down into 3.
Hackney off to the outside. Still 2 by 2 behind him. Is down C. Going to hold on to your race lead. 3 wide behind him. That's the 69 of Hackney to the outside down there as well. He'll tuck it back in line. Still 3 wide. He'll slam the door shut. I believe that is on the number 22 of Barnes down here in the turn number 3.
So as they all run side by side, look who's up against the fence line. Tyler Jackson once again going to go up, over, and smack the outside wall. He'll get it pointed back into the right direction. He is currently running in the 9th position. They are still side by side, though, for second. Bishop to the inside, Hannigan to the outside here. It seems like these 2 cars, they are glued together. They just can't get away from each other. And then, of course, Barnes and Wall, they've been together all night long also. 3 wide mid-pack. That's going to be Jackson once again going up and over the cushion. He is going to hold the position, but now Bitzer is right there, and Mackley is also all over the back bumper with the 13T. 10 laps to go, that time by.
10 to go as they work down here in the turn corner of Jackson up to the outside as well. As now we got a Dustin Hannigan runs in that 4th spot. He was on the Autograph Paint Bodyworks hard charger position, but the driver also now taking it over is the 21 of Barnes. Barnes working in the middle of the racetrack. In between the 16 of Hennigan and the 2 of Wall. There will be 3 wide once again. That time contact between Hennigan and the number 21 of Barnes. And there's still 3 wide in the turn number 1. Action all the way down. Under 10 laps to go. 8 to go as they work down the backstretch.
All I can hear right now was pumping from the infield is Panda, Panda, Panda. Here comes the Dirt Panda. Contact. It's going to be the 16 of Hennigan getting sideways. That's going to be the 21. Where did Jim Rivas come back from? It's under 10 to go, and all of a sudden, Jim Rivas, who has not seen the front of the field since lap number 1, is now back inside the top 10. He is sitting there currently running in the 7th position, and he is looking for more.
Rivas down to the inside. He'll keep it off the left door panel of the 21 of Barnes. They work off the turn number 4. 6 laps to go, and Rivas is in the 7th position. Remember, he had that unfortunate incident back there early on in the race here, and now has rebounded inside the top 10 and looking for a little bit more. But off of turn number 4, this driver, the 33 FC, will see the high 5 laps to go.
Yeah, but it is not over. Bishop is still there. Keith Hackney is right there. Jesse Wall is also still inside the top 5. The Panda's right there. He holds that 5th position as he just took it away from Barnes. And right now, that's your top 5. Barnes outside the top 5, but he's going to come try back around the outside, this time on the Panda, who's still up over the outside cushion. Well, that's Tyler Jackson.
Tyler Jackson still up there, runs in that 11th position. As we watch the battle for that 5th spot, Barnes has it, but the Dirt Panda trying to dig down low, trying to catfish it at the Volusia Speedway. 4 to go this time, making 3 laps to go for Logan or even Stevie. They work down here in the turn number 1.
He'll look out of turn number 2. He's got nothing out in front of him with just 3 laps to go. Your top 3 are all single file. Single file for that 4th position. 5th is the first position that is contested right now because Hargroves would like to have it. But look at Jim Rivas. His car is absolutely fast. A little crushed in that time by as everybody looked up. The old popsicle sticks are flying here at Volusia. Just 2 more laps here tonight in the Southern Shootout.
Evan C. going to come off of turn number 4. The white silk will fly. Final trip around the speedway. 500 laps, $500. Looking to come to the 33C. Can he make it through turns 1 and 2? He does down low. Gets a great drive off. Bishop trying to pedal as fast as he can, but it's going to be a little bit too late in the turn number 3. Off of turn 4. The Southern Shootout 75 is going to go to Evan C. Second will go to Barrett Bishop. Third will go to Hackney. Wall and Barnes rounding out your top 5 as everybody comes back in racing here. Is the contact after the checkered flag here, and that will put 75 laps onto the books. But how about tonight's feature event winner, the 33 of Evan C, picking up the Southern Shootout 75 as he brings it down here on the front stretch. This driver absolutely flawless this race. Had to work for it after starting in the 4th position.
He had to start 4th, and then he worked his way up to P number 1, and he just drove away once he got into the 1st position, and he did have to work for that. Of course, you know, Bishop and Hackney were all right there, and Dustin Hennigan, remember, he was up towards the front at one point here this evening. He fell off towards the end on those restarts, so you can't say Evan was handed this one. That is for sure. He will pick up the $500 winner check here tonight of the Southern Shootout. Of course, second tonight, we'll get 153rd to round down the podium. That was a cool cob, $100 along with that.
Well, as we take a moment to catch our breaths, we'll let you out there. Thank you for watching. We'll be right back with our Milner Media Designs post-race show. We got a couple drivers, I think, trickling into the media center here in just a moment, but we'll be right back here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. You just watched the Southern Shootout 75, and we'll be right back with our post-race show.
Bowling brings people together. Right down the middle. You got it. Uh-oh. Good job.
See what you can do, man.
Wait.
That's a strike right there. Connect with family and friends. Go bowling.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Welcome back here to the Volusia Speedway where the Southern Shootout 75 has just concluded. We are down here with our post-race show, and we have caught up with tonight's feature event winner. Had it out there on cruise control for a little bit there, and we were talking about Evan C. in car number 33, and you looked like you were out there pretty good there, Evan, but then those yellow flags came out, and they were starting to put the pressure to you on those restarts. Were you a little bit nervous?
Oh yeah, for sure. These street stocks race so close, especially on a slick track or tag track. It don't really matter. It's just such tight racing that anything can happen when a track slicks off like that, and you get yellows and restarts towards the end. But I knew if we could just kind of get one clean lap there and pull away a little bit, we'd be all right. Because I definitely felt pretty good about the setup. But it's definitely. Never want to see you yell it when you have a big lead like that. It's pretty hard to pull away in these things. They got a little bit of a draft in them, and we was able to hang on there at the end and, come home to win.
We know that it took a long night of racing here through the prelims just to get locked into the top 30 drivers to even have a shot at this. What does it mean to be the third champion of the Southern Shootout, to join the likes of Barrett Bishop and Alex Bergeron? Your name's going to go on that list.
Oh yeah, it's definitely pretty cool to win one of these big street stock races. I've just had bad luck in the past 3 or 4 big street stock races. Whether last week or a gobbler, something always seems to happen to me, and I get messed up in the race or something. So it's definitely pretty cool to come out here with a lot of fast street stock guys and bring it home.
The racing out there is absolutely intense, and we started in that 4th position, and we saw the track go from very heavy top to bottom to where it was very top dominant. Had to have a pretty good setup there underneath that 33 to make it happen. But man, what a great job. You're going to walk out of here with your pockets a little bit fuller. What's it mean to you?
Oh yeah, 500 win on any race. I race in a real life, but a lot of money, so it's definitely pretty cool to win one of these big races. Not many of them come around on iRacing, so anytime you can hop in a crown jewel like this, it means a lot to be able to go out there and win, and know that you can compete for the win and bring it home.
Well, congratulations on picking up tonight's feature event win. We see a lot of names on the side of this race car. Who made it all possible to get you here and get you in victory lane?
Yeah, just got to thank everybody at Team VLR, CFME Sports, Volusia Speed Shop, Bighorn Taxidermy, Tactical Defense, Captain Morgan, Howard Weaver. So, everybody else helps out on the car. Just thank y'all guys for doing the broadcast for us, and just everybody that helped put on this event for us to come and race for some money.
Well, congratulations. That's tonight's feature event winner. Gonna walk out of here with the big check and the big victory. The 3rd champion of the Southern Shootout 75 is Evan C. And Roger, I believe you caught up with the inaugural winner. That comes up 1 spot shy here tonight.
Yeah, standing by here with the 2nd place finisher tonight, Barrett Bishop. Barrett, a great run. Congratulations on finishing 2nd here. But walk us through your whole night here. The car looked quick from the start to the finish, but you had to pass some drivers, and it seemed like passing was one of those hard things to do tonight.
It was tough. I wish the track was a little bit better, but it was one lane around the top there for a while. I tried to make a move on Keith and get by him and couldn't do it. And I fell back to like 8th, I think. And that killed me for most of the race, just trying to work and get back up there to him. But the cautions at the end really helped me get by him. I just wasn't tight enough to keep up with Evan.
Talk about those cautions, because you and Hennigan, it looked like you guys were locked together at the hips there, and then those restarts, you just couldn't get away from each other.
No, but racing that tight's fun as hell. I mean, I think we might have touched one time in the whole race. So it's always fun when you can race with people like that.
Slide job after slide job. Have you raced with that driver before, or was this just off the cusp, two drivers knowing what they're doing out there?
I don't think I raced with him that much, if ever. He knows what he's doing.
Well, a good run for you here tonight. You're not going to repeat as a winner here, but you're going to pick up a nice payday, $150 for yourself here, and possibly a couple more bonuses throughout the other events that were held here earlier on tonight. Where are you going to put that? Are you going to put it right back into the sim rig?
No, that's going in a real race car. That's a lot of money.
Smoking like a real racer. Putting it right back into the real race cars. Well, you're going to come home in that second position. Congratulations once again, but the microphone is yours, my friend. The audience is for you, who made this all possible with the car number 3.
I got to thank all my teammates at WFO, Hog Transportation, Dell's Performance Shocks, VA Graphics, y'all for doing the broadcast, and Lasser and all them for putting this race on.
Well, there you have it, Al. It's going to be the driver who has once picked up one of these Southern Shootout victories, but tonight he'll come one position short. Barrett Bishop will round into that second position.
Now we are down here on the front stretch now with Keith Hackney. And Keith, you were showed up front early on. You stayed up front, stayed out of trouble all race long, and you come home in that number 3 position here tonight. You had a great car up front leading some laps. Talk us to this race, and what else did you need out of this race car to get up there and challenge C and Bishop for the top 2 spots in front of you?
Right there at the end, I didn't know. I was telling them in Discord that I didn't know if I was happy to see that caution or not, because I was content where I was at. Evan had a gap on me, and I had a gap on them in 3rd and 4th. So I was content right there. But I had a game plan. I know for a fact that Evan was running a lower gear than me, and that's the reason why he pulled off the way he did. Running the top side. I was just there. And then, I ran a higher gear so I could run through the slick like I did. And there again, like I said, I had a game plan, and it almost worked. It's just hard racing right there at the end. I respect Evan, Barrett, whatever. If I had to make, or if I was going to make a move, I had to do it then. And I was doing everything I could, and we just got hooked together. I think maybe the last 2 restarts, actually. And, but hell, we're racing for, $500. So, you got to do what you got to do, and hopefully you don't take anybody out. So, other than that, man, I really did have a fast car. I had a fast car in the other server too, but I kind of got into some incidents in the heat, got me behind the 8 bar or whatnot. But I always draw very bad in these random draw races, and my other random draw races, but I think when it comes to the money races, I always draw good, and I think that's a good thing on my behalf. So I was lucky, draw pole right there. Me and Evan raced like hell that first heat, and I knew, if me and him got together or, close in the future, that it was going to be the same way. So, kudos to him for winning and Barrett for racing me clean. A lot of respect for both of them guys, and we'll just try to move on to the next one.
You definitely had a great race car there, starting up front. And like you said, you stayed up there. And how difficult is it to set up a car knowing that you're going to start on a little bit of a tackier track, but you know that track's going to transition, not just up, once, but it's going to continue the transition over that 75 lap period there. How difficult is that for you guys as drivers and crews to make that happen, to make the setup where it's got to be good up front and it's got to be good at the back of the end of the race as well?
Oh yeah, me racing with the VLR races over the years and all these big races, you definitely have to set up for the end of the race. just the fact that this race, the track reset, that sort of threw a curveball because I mean I couldn't run as tight a set as I wanted to because it just would not turn in warm up. So I had to run something a little bit freer and just hopefully I could just wheel it at the end because I knew it was going to be black top to bottom. So, you know, there again, I'm content. I mean, I had a car to run, obviously, with Barrett or Evan. I really do think right there that run at the end. But, you know, just run out of laps, tight racing, and, you know, we'll go from there.
Well, you're going to walk out of here $100 richer. Here, you're going to put that into the sim rig. You got a real race car out there in at home that you're going to help put that funds towards here at the end of the season, winding up as we look at the month of September. Hard to believe we're already in the September here in 2021.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You know, I got I've raced cars all my life. My dad, matter of fact, I'm gonna bring up something. My dad passed away 2 years ago, or going on 3. This car that I ran tonight was actually one of his cars that he used to run back in the 70s, and I did a replica of it. Today's his birthday, and I was really wanting to get that win for him. But at the same time, I'm just glad to be here, getting interviewed, just knowing that paint's on my car. So other than that, yes, a new car is going to be coming for next season. I have to thank Team No Love. Just, man, we're just incredible, like, all around. Special thanks to Carl Kilgore, Kilgore's Consulting. We worked on a set, and this actually wasn't the set we worked on, but he sent this over to me, and it was really good. House of Speed, Apollo Race Designs, Race Page Pro, Custom Cabinets by Keith. Just everybody on the team, Jamie, Carl, Johnny, Gerald, Lane, Charles, just everybody that puts in work week in and week out. You know, it's good because we usually dominate a lot of the smaller leagues, and just to come in here with all the big boys, you know, and put on a good showing is always a good thing. So special thanks to all of them, special thanks for them putting this on, and y'all for broadcasting this.
Well, thanks very much, Keith. Congratulations on that third place finish. I know your dad's probably smiling down from above seeing that paint scheme up there in the podium here tonight, and we hope to talk to you soon here on the channel, and you take care and be good up there. Keep it wheels down.
All right, buddy. I appreciate it. Thank y'all.
That's tonight's third place finisher here at the Southern Shootout 75 here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. And we bring Roger Muth back into the booth here now as we both get up on there. Back down here on the racetrack, and this track is worn out. These drivers put on a heck of a show throughout tonight's racing action, and they did not disappoint, that is for sure.
Yeah, these drivers here tonight, they really had to battle not only with each other, but they had to battle the track. The whoops are starting to now, you know, towards about the middle of the race, those whoops going down the back straightaway and at the end of the front straightaway really started to come in. A big berm entering turn 1 and turn 3. These drivers really had to work on that one, and otherwise, I mean, this was one of the best street stock races I have ever seen out here on the iRacing.com platform. 3, 4, 5. We didn't quite get to that 6 wide racing, but I'm sure it was coming.
Definitely was, and it was amazing. These drivers should all pat themselves on the back for how well they ran. A lot of money on the line, and that is a big deal in the Sim Racing Network. We are proud to bring it to you, but let's take a look at the official results here tonight. Unofficial results of tonight's feature event presented by Milner Media and Designs. It was Evan C. picking up the win, Barrett Bishop finishing second, Keith Hackman, we just talked to him, finishing third, Jesse Wall fourth. And how about the Auto Paint and Body Works car number 221 of Charles Barnes picking up the Hard Charger Award, 12 positions, and then he also finished fifth in both races and got the bonus for that as well inside the top 5. Jim Rivas with a nice rebound. How about that? 6th place, Roger, for that number 21.
Yeah, so he'll pick up the 6th position after going for a ride in turn number 1. That's, though, the Panda, though, is going to come back home in 7th. Hennigan, who had a really fast car, he was 8th. Thomas will round down the 9th spot. Tyler Jackson, who jumped up over the cushion quite a few times here tonight, he'll wind down that top 10 just outside the top 10. That's that Dirty South Motorsports 99 of Travis Britzer. He will be in the 11th position. Mattingly will be in 12th. Gage will come home 13th. It looks like the two drivers here tonight going 14th and 15th. That's Alex Brewer and David Brewer. Lane Phillips will finish in the 16th position, while Bobby Rafferty will be back there in 17th. Tyler Byridge will finish there into the 18th position. 19th will go to Justin Jackson, and rounding down the field, driver of the 311 of Justin Hull will round down the 20 car field here tonight at Volusia.
Well, definitely want to thank you for stepping into the booth here, but we couldn't have made it all possible without the Southern Shootout sponsors. We got to thank Milner Media and Designs, Flex Motorsports, the 399 Esports Group, also for sponsoring tonight's main event sessions, but they also had the Dirt 1. They gave an extra $20 to the driver who finished in the 10th spot. Lone Star Racing, JDM Designs, who gave out $20 award for the Tough Luck Award here tonight in the last chance qualifier to two drivers that did not make the main event. And our heat race sponsors, Elite Glass, Kilgore Consulting, and Team No Love. And well, Roger, we couldn't do it without all these sponsors, along with Small Change Designs, Alpha Race Designs. How about the guys at Abe Racing Esports and L&M Landscaping? I know that they just trimmed your grass for you. Do a great job. So if you need them, L&M Landscaping can do that for you. Hot Lap, Heroes Racing, 789 Designs, Autocraft Paint and Body Works, who was our Hard Charge Award winner, recipient of Charles Barnes, going 12 spots here tonight. And Rybridge Racing Graphics here tonight. They've been scrolling up in the top right corner of your screen all race long. But that will do it for us here, Roger. Last thoughts before we say goodbye.
Well, I gotta say congratulations to all the drivers. Of course, Evan C. and Barrett Bishop and Keith Hackney. Of course, all the drivers, all 60 drivers that did compete to try and make the 20-car A main field here tonight. They put on a great show. It started over on the OSRN network with Joe White bringing you all the prelims, and then we wrapped it up here tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network. So for everybody at the Turn 3 Racing Network, everybody with the Southern Shootout, we thank you for watching here tonight from the virtual Volusia Speedway. Until we see you next time, race fans, that's Al Smith, I'm Roger Muth, and we will see you at the races.